Every moment that I wait, those constructs might be getting closer. There is no time for me to speculate about the nature of them anymore. I should press forward and try to find where they're coming from, so I can defeat them. There's nothing more I can do, and hopefully I'll be able to find a way to go down without going into that area beyond the teleporter that was teeming with enemies. Although knowing my luck, I don't think I'll be so fortunate. I should press on. Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Dungeon Hack, and when last we left off, we're in this quarter of the 10th level of this dungeon. This area was positively teeming with scaladars, and perhaps it may connect up to the main central corridor. For now, we're going to look around and see if we can find anything else here, or any other enemies that may try and sneak up on us. And up here, the area with the scaladars, is a niche in the wall that has nothing in it. And an Etin! I'm very happy to see an Etin, because the Etins aren't half as dangerous. We do need to wait for this Etin to come towards us, though, and we don't know if this Etin is dead. We could have a look at the map, and it seems like the Etin is dead, so we're going to step forward, and there is no Etin anymore. This is a winding corridor that I hope, oh dear, my hopes are not being fulfilled, because here are a pair of scaladars. Scaladars are terrible news. Fortunately, we have defeated one of them. Unfortunately, there's another one and an enemy here. We need to defeat this enemy as quickly as we possibly can, and then very quickly run away, because there could very well have been a lightning bolt fired at me that would have killed me. And for once, Cure Critical Wounds heals a lot of health. I think I've already said that once, but it's so rare that it happens that you would be forgiven for forgetting that Cure Critical Wounds is meant to be a far better spell. Right, I imagine this enemy is... Yep, this enemy is getting quite close. Soon, this enemy will be right in front of us, and there is that scaladar. We need to keep stepping backwards and be mindful of that lightning bolt that may come our way. And we'll just hit you again, and back up some more. Here would be where having that door open would be quite beneficial. But we don't have that door open, so instead we're just going to... And that hit us for 12. Is that because the animation went off and therefore it just hits us? I don't know, but only 12 points of damage isn't that bad. So we're going to continue going down here. I don't think we've encountered the very dangerous enemy of this floor either. I really don't want to, because it's probably going to be something extremely nasty. If we're lucky, it'll be in that central area, and we won't have to deal with that enemy for a while. Now, what is over here? I've walked past this so many times and not actually gone in this direction. The answer is, there is a winding corridor that ultimately goes nowhere. Fair enough, I'm quite happy with that in fact, because there are no scaladars down there. What about in here? Any scaladars for me to deal with? The answer is no. This fountain has long been unused and now only holds a thick layer of dust. No healing waters for me to drink from. A shame, but I must move on. Down here. I haven't yet explored down here. And down here, we will go and explore. Any enemies? I don't see any enemies, but that's never a sign that there aren't any enemies. And there is nothing down here at all. That's a shame, because that means that we've fully explored this area. And that means that there is only one more teleporter that we can go through. This one, that leads to here, with the 4 enemies that I'm going to have a difficult time defeating. That said, to even get to those enemies, I have to defeat these 2 enemies first, and that enemy there. And I bet all of them are scaladars. Actually, I think one of them is an Etin. And I hope the Etin is the one that's right by the teleporter, because I don't want to get hit for a ton of damage before I can even get my bearings. So before we go in there, actually dropping that is a terrible idea, because I'm going to be using that to heal. Before we go in there, we're going to heal, and we're going to save. And then we're very, very quickly going to back away from that teleporter, because I don't want Celadran to die. Alright, We are through, and we're very quickly going to move, because there are at least 2 enemies that will try and kill us. And that was a lot of damage that we just took from a lightning bolt. From that scaladar, because it was the scaladar that was actually down that corridor. That is unfortunate. Right, what we want to do now is we want to very quickly head this way and make sure that we don't take a lightning bolt to the face. We took a lightning bolt to the face, which is very unfortunate, and very counterproductive to living. Don't take lightning bolts to the face. Lesson number 1 if you're playing D&D. And lesson number 2. In fact, it's any number lesson, because taking lightning bolts to the face is terrible, unless you're an elemental savant. One particular kind of elemental savant. In that case, you're absolutely fine. But that's not something that happens often. Right, this time, we're going to very quickly move this way, and very quickly head down here, and take stock of the situation. The situation is that there are 2 enemies there, and in theory, we don't have to fight them, because, they're not coming this way. But I actually want to fight them. Is this the Etin? No, this is a scaladar, which is unfortunate. You know what we're actually going to do? We're actually going to go beyond the part that turns us round, and we're going to wait for this enemy to come to us. Come this way, scaladar! We're ready for you this time, and we're also ready to very quickly run away if a lightning bolt gets fired at us, which may very well happen. It didn't happen, which in a way is unfortunate, because I really wanted to make sure that we weren't hit by a lightning bolt right now. Also, we need to be very careful of the fact that there is an enemy in that area to the north. And I imagine that enemy is going to try and sneak up on us, and I imagine that enemy is going to be a scaladar. No, it's an Etin. That's fine. We can deal with an Etin. Etins are much better to take care of. So, with that enemy gone, we can far more safely take care of the enemy that has inevitably just walked into a teleporter. Or gone that way. That's fine. If you've gone that way, that means that we can take care of you from a distance. And you're not actually facing us, and now you're facing us. And our spells are starting to expire. That is some poor timing. That is some very poor timing, and I don't know where you've gone. You've gone into a teleporter that we're not going to be stepping into. That's fine. You can go into there as often as you like, because we're never going in that direction. Ever. Ever, ever. What we are going to do is we're going to prepare to go into the area that's definitely going to kill us. The area with loads and loads of enemies. Loads of scaladars, loads of Etins, and most likely an enemy that is even more difficult than both of them put together. A dragon would be a very difficult foe, or a demon of some kind would be quite difficult. We haven't actually encountered any demons yet. We're getting to the point where we really should be. I'm very glad that we haven't been encountering any demons yet, but I think it's only a matter of time now. Alright. Spiritual hammer? Ah, it requires at least 1 hand free. And that actually wasted the spell. It doesn't not cast it. It casts it and then goes, "Hey, you didn't do this correctly. Ah well, you wasted a spiritual hammer." But that's okay. What isn't okay is the fact that we're about to go into here. This is going to be painful, unless we can take care of maybe one of the enemies and then quickly run away. Let's give it a go, shall we? Actually, we really just can't. And none of them have gone in here to follow us. What we're going to do is we're just going to hit one of them and then very quickly try and navigate around. Maybe if we're lucky, one of them will go into there. That's made it a little bit easier at least. Alright, I think that is an invisible wall there. And we want to avoid that and hit you here. And hopefully we can deal a few hits here. And there we go. Another enemy has been dispatched. Are there any more foes in here? There are no more foes in here. I think they all literally went into that teleporter and perished. And that is a brilliant result. That could not have gone better. Well, actually, it could have gone one way that was better, which is that this enemy didn't sneak up on us, and we were able to defeat every single foe that we encountered with ease. We just walked through that teleporter, and Celadran obliterated everything. also, can we still cast this? That is very interesting. We're currently not holding the holy symbol, but we can still cast spells as long as we keep this interface open. That's curious. And I don't think it was designed that way. But either way, we can now explore this area at long last, and I think we have the thing to open that up. What we want to do, I think, is we want to go this way first. And there is a corridor. Is this a corridor which we're going to regret exploring? The answer, of course, is going to be yes, because every corridor that we try to explore in this game is full of scaladars that will kill us, at least on this floor. I need to be very careful here, mainly because there are enemies behind me in that teleporter. I hope I don't have to go in there. I don't think I do anyway. I've explored everywhere behind me. It's only here that I have yet to explore, and there is another secret area. We definitely want to back up here so that this enemy will follow us. And there is a scaladar behind that Etin. Hopefully the scaladar will also attack the Etin, but I don't think we'll be so fortunate. Where is that enemy? You're still on the other side of that. And we could give chase to you? I think we might. Just a little bit. It won't take you long to figure out that we're here, or maybe it will take you ages to figure out that we're here. Maybe you'll never find out. Oh, you found out that we're here, and you're not happy to find that out. Then again, we can't really tell. Fortunately, we could tell a lightning bolt was coming our way, because I really didn't want to get hit by that. And so we'll back up a little bit more, and go this way, and wait for you to come here. Hello, how are you? And now you must come this way. Or you can just go that way. That's fine, because that way leads to your doom. It also leads to a corridor that I haven't yet explored. Let's go this way a little bit, shall we? Oh wait, there's a scaladar there. Never mind. Let's not go down there. It is a silly corridor. But alas, we must go down there. Otherwise, we won't figure out where the exit is, because we still haven't found that. Unlike on the level with the Medusas, we don't know the way down right now, and I made a mistake and tried to back up into an area where I didn't know most of the corridors. That's not a good idea. What is a good idea is defeating that scaladar quickly and effectively, which I somehow managed to do. There's a corridor here, there's also that corridor there. I'm actually going to explore the southern corridor first, because I want to see what's down here. Probably loads of enemies that are going to kill me, but hey, it's worth having a look. Anything down here? The answer is no. What about over here? Aha! That scaladar has managed to catch up with us, and that's a lightning bolt. We really didn't want to back up into that, but I was silly, and thus I backed up into that. And you are getting quite a bit closer. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this and very quickly heal myself. Completely. I'm not going to leave anything to chance. There we go. Much better. Now, where is that scaladar? You are all the way up there. You completely missed where I was. That's good. I don't want you to know where I am. But I think you actually know, yep, you know where I am. Because you're beelining towards me. Maybe you have the ability to detect things that are alive, a life sense as it were. Here is a protection from Dragon Breath scroll, and I have no qualms with dropping a silver coin to hold on to that, because Dragon Breath is nasty. Dragon Breath will just obliterate you if you're not prepared. And that's not even saying which type of Dragon Breath it is. If that is a scroll that just protects you from every kind of Dragon Breath, that is quite powerful. Because there are so many kinds. There's ones that are just fire, there's acid ones, lightning ones, there's poison gas. There are just so many types of Dragon Breath that if there is a scroll that just protects you from all of them, and we're not even going into the gem dragons or any of the epic level dragons, although I don't think that scroll will protect against that, that's a really powerful effect. And there's nothing here. I hope there's going to be a teleporter somewhere that will take us to that central area, otherwise I'm going to have to check all of the walls to find a way through. and there appears to be nothing here. Apart from this door. This door has to be the way that we're going to progress. And hopefully this door isn't going to hide an enemy even worse than the scaladars. It might very well, though. We have the key for it, and we're going to very quickly step away once we've unlocked this. Anything here? The answer is seemingly no, but there is that teleporter that I wanted there to be, which means that we can progress. It also means that we have to... Hello, scaladars! Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in. If you wouldn't mind just leaving whatever gift that you have for us and then going away, that would be lovely. An Etin is not a very nice gift, but fortunately we were able to kill the Etin just fine. And if your gift is a lightning bolt, we definitely don't want that. Alright. Where are you? You are there, and I imagine your gift is indeed going to be some form of lightning-based doom. Let's just back up a little bit, shall we? Aha! We are now cleric level 14, and we gained yet another 2 hit points. We really need to sort out what extra spells we gained, because we gained quite a lot, I'd imagine. Let's go and sort that now, shall we? Not by resting. And we rested anyway. And that just goes to show how close you can rest to enemies and not get ambushed. We need to very quickly move away because we're in a bad situation here. Let's go this way. Hopefully you won't be able to reach us while I prepare some buff spells. Very quickly. And of course I decided to start casting the least effective buff spells first, like Bless and Aid. And then we're actually going to cast Spiritual Hammer now, just in case you find a way to attack us. It's very likely at this point. Prayer, and True Seeing, and then we're going to cast Create Food and Water. Why not? We're pretty much as ready as we'll ever be. And now that we have a moment to consider what extra spells we gained, let's have a look. We gained 1 extra 4th level spell. I think that's going to be another Cure Serious. We gained 1 extra 5th level spell. That's going to be another Cure Critical. We gained 1 extra 7th level spell. That's going to be Firestorm. I don't know how effective Firestorm is, but we're going to find out. And where is that scaladar? There are 2 scaladars in this area, and that's not good, because we really don't want there to be any scaladars in the big open area where we've been luring enemies into so that we can kill them. The fact that they're already here means that we have to fight them very effectively. And this is not going to be very effective, because there will be a moment where the game will take a while to... Oh dear me, we have no health at all. We have 0 health at the moment. Quickly cast heal, very quickly switch this weapon out, and hope that these enemies won't come and kill us. Where are those enemies? There's only 1 enemy right now, and it's right there. Alright, let's try and defeat you, shall we? And not show that there, because we don't want to show that. That is a silly thing to show. There we go. You are gone. What is this? That is the coin. We don't want that coin. What we want to do is defeat this scaladar here. I know it's a scaladar. It's always a scaladar. Hello, Etin. How are you? Fortunately, the Etin got in the way of the scaladar. And that 12 points of damage got in the way of us dealing with this without taking any damage. Same with that 19 there. That's just a lot of damage. But we're very close to getting to that central area, I feel. We're also very close to finding out just how many enemies are guarding the teleporter that leads to the central area. My guess is probably a lot, and you saw that we gained an extra hit point? That was the Iron Stone there, in action. Making sure that we had to heal that little bit less before we moved on. That said, we're probably going to rest up before we move on anyway, but I'd rather take care of this scaladar first. Okay. Let's take a look at the map first, just to see if there's anything that we've missed. I don't think there is. That was just a selection of random items, that was also a selection of random items, that was a random item, that's a coin, so we can move on quite safely. after we've defeated this foe. Whenever this foe decides to show up, we can see you. We know where you are. You're right there. If you'd like to come this way and perish, that would be fantastic. You're not going to perish, are you? You're probably going to fire a lightning bolt at us, and we don't want a lightning bolt, but you're going to try and give us a lightning bolt anyway. You're going to be like, hey, would you like this lightning bolt? And I'm like, no, not really. And they go, too bad, lightning bolt for you. Fortunately, we won. What was in here that was worth all that exploration? Of course, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Time to rest, I think, and recuperate all of those spells and get ready for going into this area. But I think that will be for next time, folks. For when we come back, we're going to go into the central corridor. There literally is only the central corridor. This little area that I imagine will be accessed using an illusionary wall, and maybe this area that we can also access by going through an illusionary wall. There are going to be a lot of enemies here. I don't know which direction we're going to appear in. Hopefully that direction. You can never guess. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. This area seems like it's almost over, and that is a relief, but at the same time, what foes will await me in the next area below? Even more devastating and deadly enemies. I don't want to imagine what they are, or what they could possibly be. But I'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. This place is beyond comparison. I've not been in anywhere that's even remotely as horrifying as this dungeon, and I hope never to be in a place as horrifying as this dungeon. Maybe the adventuring life isn't for me. Maybe after this I'll settle down and open a tavern or something. Lots of adventurers tend to open taverns. I wonder why. Later.